Share. Yay. Okay. This is sponsored by Cutco using the Petite Carver on some eggplant, making quick work of eggplant. I need to, there we go. There we go. Check, check. And one more thing. Okay. So I just recorded a podcast a little bit ago, and we were going to eat leftovers because they were so good. But we weren't super hungry yet, so I had some time. And I was going to make this anyway, so I went ahead and just making it now. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm just making this now. And this is mac and cheese, sauteed mushrooms and onions, and some roasted veggies. So I'm going to start everything. So here's what I've done already, because I wasn't sure whether or not it was going to go live. But it worked out. It worked out great. So sometimes I might skip going live. I don't have to go live with my life, but you're getting lots of cooking shows. So I hope that you're enjoying them, enjoying the live cooking shows. So I'm going to adjust this just slightly, give you guys a little bit of Cutco in your life on that. So again, this is sponsored by Cutco. Got it. Yay. So you can see here. This is, again, the Petite Carver. You could use lots of different things. I'm just using this because it's what worked. It works well on eggplants. It works well on like pineapples. And then it can also transition so nicely to like zucchini. So this is going to be, the only thing I've done is I had started the water. So I've got water going. I just put the macaroni noodles in. I have a package of mushrooms that are prepped and sliced. And, oh yeah, turkey bacon. Let me look at that. So the turkey bacon is looking way good. I think that might be close. So this is going to go, I just have to find my other bun. I know if I did. And you can have that Cutco view. So if you have, oh, there we go. If you saw the commercial, you heard the commercial earlier. You heard me say how much, especially if you're cooking, we're all cooking more, right? We're all at home. We should all be at home cooking. And so this is, if you're going to be cooking, you need the right tools in the kitchen. I'll say that. And Cutco is amazing. The cookware is amazing. The cutlery is exceptional. It all has that forever guarantee. So if you need some Cutco in your life, let me know. Okay, so I just turned this turkey bacon. This is just in the oven, sort of browning, and then I'm going to chop this up, and this is what's going to go in. I think I'm going to put it, I was thinking about putting, you can see all of that, yum, 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 turkey bacon. I was going to put all of it in the loaded baked potato skins, whatever those things are that I'm making. But I might switch. I might put some of it with the mushrooms and the onions. So I've got a package of mushrooms. This is going to go in with this olive oil and butter. If you had bacon grease, you could put it with that too. But this is going to go with olive oil. This is going to be very simple. And I can tell already that it's not hot enough because it didn't make a sizzling sound. So, oh, there we go. There's the sizzle. So we have the mushrooms. I'll put an onion in there. Turkey bacon is going. I don't know on loaded baked potato or baked potato skins or whatever. I was trying to look up recipes. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but I think I want to use all of the potato. That's what I think I want to do. Vamos a ver. No estoy segura ahorita, pero vamos a ver. So that's going to go in. I'm also going to add some butter. Again, I'm a big fan of adding multiple kinds of fat, multiple kinds of sweeteners. That's one of the things that my mama taught me. Idea of when you add multiple, if you add multiple, two kinds of sweeteners, it'll they accentuate each other, work together, and you don't have to add as much of either. So honey and maple syrup or something along those lines. And I personally think, my personal view is that I wonder if like sweet things, I think sweet things do the same. So that's me. That if you add, you know, you have a couple of kinds of sweets, or excuse me, yeah, sweet things or fats, excuse me, that fats do the same thing. So I'm going to put some onions in with those mushrooms and onions with this eggplant and zucchini. And then I'm also going to put some onions with that. That's just going to get olive oil, salt, black pepper, freshly ground, of course, and then that will go in the oven to do some roasted veggies. So the macaroni noodles, I'm going to do two ways. One is, so one onion, and I got one onion in there, and got one onion, one package of mushrooms. Let me salt this. Beautiful. Turn that timer on for 3 more minutes so I don't forget about the bacon. We'll just double check it. It should be good though because we just sort of flipped it all around. And then we're going to start to work on these potatoes. So prepping these potatoes. Okay, and then this macaroni. So for the macaroni, you can do your macaroni and cheese. Really, there's so many different options. Besides using the powder stuff, and you can still do that too. I've done it. I'll do it. But there's so many options to make amazing mac and cheese from scratch without. Okay, so that is still working. I'm going to do one more onion for this to go with the zucchini and eggplant. And this onion, I'm going to do a little bit bigger chunks. So if you, there we go. You can see, again, that petite carver. I'm just going to do most of this with just this one knife tonight. And this can be that multi-purpose tool if you need it to. You could also use the trimmer, any of the trimmers, whatever is sounding good for you. I'm just going to do some big cuts here, and then that is going to go into the oven with the eggplant and the zucchini. Oh, let's do one more small onion, just because we can. Yeah, so I'm going to do half of the macaroni for this mac and cheese with the sauteed mushroom and onion situation that's on the stove. And then I'm also going to do half of the macaroni, is my plan at least. Half the macaroni goes for like this macaroni salad with these roasted vegetables, the roasted onion, roasted eggplant, roasted zucchini. That'll all like marinate and be so delicious. So that's my plan anyway. We'll see how, if we don't just gobble it all. So here we have this nice pan of vegetables. And again, olive oil, salt, and pepper. Stir these noodles around. Those are going to be close to getting ready to go. And these mushrooms are working nicely. I think the only thing I didn't do was the pepper. So here we go. Do olive oil. And again, for this, I'm not using an extra virgin. I'm using the Tunisian olive oil. I'm using something different so that it actually, I'm not looking for the extra virgin because this is going to roast in the oven. And then some pink Himalayan sea salt. Good amount of salt, and then these just get tossed. So toss the veggies. Get the ASMR. Get the visuals and the ASMR. Get all of these working around. I was really good, I would have added some mini sweet peppers to this. I may add some mini sweet peppers to the actual salad raw. Just thinking about the colors, right? Thinking about the colors of the rainbow and what our desired effect is. But this is going to be so good. So these vegetables are going in. I'm going to pull this turkey bacon out and then start doing these potatoes. And I think the noodles will be almost there. Add a little bit more there. Mm-hmm. Yep. Sí, me parece que sí. Okay. Those noodles are basically done all at once. So, hi. Roasted vegetables go in. Bacon's going to come out. We're going to do our potatoes and mac and cheese. And we're good. Okay. So that's the turkey bacon. We're going to turn the burner to the lowest, or actually off for now, right? Off for now. And somehow I managed to cook this damn near perfectly where the water's gone, but the noodles are cooked right, and I don't have any water to get rid of, really. So I'm really just going to do this in the bottom of this pan. Wow. You could rinse the noodles if you wanted to. I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave them to this back. And then I'm going to start my roux. So I'm doing my own cheese sauce, right? There's a couple of things here. Doing my own cheese sauce. So I'm going to have butter and flour. So starting off with some salted butter. And I will turn that all the way to low. Salted butter, flour. And then this is going to, it's going to be what's going to start my cheese sauce for the mac and cheese. Okay, so those mushrooms and onions are cooking up so nicely in the back. My turkey bacon is out. And I can also now do my potatoes. So I'm going to start to prep these. And I have these, I baked these last night. And so, that's gross. 1, 2. Got this again, just using the petite slicer. Kind of just wanted to like mess around and see what I could do with this. So this is going to be fun. Okay. So these, you can scoop out all the flesh and use the flesh for something else. That's what everything I was reading was saying. If you wanted to do really and truly just the skins. For me, I was saying, what if we keep some of that potato. I don't want to get rid of all the potato. So I think we're going to keep some of the potato. You can see. There we go. And meanwhile, let me make sure I have my whisk ready to go, because this is going to go quick. And let me grab my milk and my cheese. And this will be done. Okay. Ooh-wee. So flour. So I put my butter in. Now I'm going to put my flour in. Now I'm making my roux. And then after you have the roux, after you have your butter flour, this is also where you can add in like garlic powder, whatever else you want. You got that rolling around. And then this is where it gets really, really, you got to be super careful and make sure you're moving quickly. So a little bit of milk at a time. And we're just going to build this bechamel. So that milk is going to go around and it's going to get absorbed very quickly and start to bloom the roux. So as you continue to go, you just want to whisk it constantly so that you make sure that you're not, you don't want it to burn. That's number one. And you don't want it to clump. So this is also how you would start a gravy if you were making like a gravy, a sausage gravy. Anything that's going to start with that white sauce. Sort of cream sauce, and then this is how you're going to make your mac and cheese, right? So this is, I've done this for like nacho cheese sauce. Oh gosh, and I'm thinking about scraping. So we had this conversation last night about the scraping of whether or not you could like scrape a cast iron. And this is, well, this is kind of scraping the cast iron, I'll say that, I suppose. Okay, so this is continuing. I had to keep going until this was smoothed out. You want to make sure that it's nice and smooth. And then you can just keep adding milk. We're going to make this white sauce. Then we're going to add a bunch of black pepper and a bunch of cheese. And then that will just take those noodles. The noodles will go back in. The sauteed and onions then get mixed in. And then we'll have the roasted veggies and these potatoes. So, yeah. Go in here. Yum. Okay. This is also, I'm going to actually see, I might add in a little, you could add in a little of dried mustard into your mac and cheese sauce. I think that that's a really super duper appropriate thing to add. Setting a timer on these vegetables. They'll be good, but I just want to make sure. Okay. And then add a little bit more in there. And then that will slowly come together. Let me get that cracked black pepper. Yeah, and like I said, you can add different spices and with your flour and whenever you want, and it will give it a completely different flavor. So if you wanted to make like, yeah, just a straight up cheese sauce, you could do that. I'm also going to add in a little bit of the adobo just because I can for a different flavor profile on that. A lot of that cracked black pepper, and then it is ready for cheese. Again, on the super duper low. Okay. Vamos a ver. So, luego vamos a hacer esto. So, with this one, I'm just going to scoop these potatoes. That's what I was going to use. Just going to scoop these potatoes and then, like, put the things back in there. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Maybe I will keep this stuff out. If I keep this stuff out, I thought I could, like, you know, make something like a potato salad or something, like a baked potato salad. So this, I feel like a grapefruit spoon would be a lot better for this, but we'll see. So I'm just taking out most of the insides of this. And then it's going to be going back in the oven with cheese, shredded cheddar cheese, these turkey bacon situations. And then I have some green onions and some sour cream for when they come out. And I think that that's how you're supposed to serve it, to the best of my understanding. Should be really good. Okay. So let me check on this mac and cheese sauce because I've got this behind me and it's fine. Yeah, we're at the place where it'll be good to go. Said a little bit of dried mustard. Is that what I said? Let's see. Yep, let's do ground mustard. I think ground mustard is a good addition for a mac and cheese. And then you could then again bake this. Put this and bake it, but this is, we're just going to serve this more like a Velveeta style where it just gets put in the bowl like this. But you could bake it and then it could even get like sliced up, you know, like baked mac and cheese. So this again, we've got these potatoes, just a couple more to do here. And then I think that these should go, these potato skins should go pretty quickly, I would think, in the oven. Nothing will need to cook through, right? It's just it's really just the heating through. And I thought, I'll look at the recipes again, but you could broil to get that nice cheese, like bubbly cheese situation. I think that would be really good. But also you can bake them if you need to bake them. Okay. Perfect. Here we go. That's all of those. And I'm really just going to trade these out so that these go back on this pan that has this turkey bacon. So this turkey bacon. I actually think that's good. It should be good. Okay. So, this is where the cheese comes in. Again, I'm just going to use a petite slicer one more time. Use the petite slicer for the last time, maybe tonight. No, I still have green onions. So I'm just crumbling this turkey bacon. And this is going to go on the potatoes with the cheddar cheese back into that oven. And then also, if somebody wanted to put it on mac and cheese, you could put it on mac and cheese too. So whatever works. It's still good. It's just really dark. But it's also because it's turkey bacon and not regular bacon. It looked good at the store, and it was on sale, and it looked good. And I don't know, I was feeling it anyway. Okay. So these potatoes. As much cheese as you want, okay? I want a good amount of cheese in these. And a good amount of cheese in this mac and cheese. Doing the last little bit in there. There was a kind of a ridiculous amount of cheese on some of these, so I'm going to spread this out a bit, but you get what I'm saying. Like, do not skip on the cheese. And then this is just, that sharp, fancy shredded sharp cheddar. You could use vegan cheese. You could do whatever you wanted to make it suit your palate. These, I'll just give you a recap. We're doing, again, if you're just joining us, these are like baked potato skins, I think, something along those lines. Mac and cheese with sauteed onion and mushroom, like as a mix-in at the end. And I've got roasted veggies in there in the oven too right now, because those are going to get mixed some of the macaroni to make a marinated macaroni like salad situation. So these are getting, like I said, a pretty good amount of this kind of dark. It was actually dark turkey bacon is what it said too, and it did turn out kind of dark, but it'll be good. So a lot of bacon back on this, and then this is going to go in the oven. I'm going to check on the ready. It all gets combined with the mac and cheese like ahorita ya, si me parece que sí. So yeah, those go in. And the veggies look great. Okay, I am actually going to, I'm going to put it on a broil for a bit. On a low broil. Putting it on a low broil really because I want that cheese to melt, this stuff. I want the bacon to melt. Hi, here we go. Want the bacon to melt. Want the cheese to melt with the bacon in there. And that's really all I'm looking for. So that I think will work the quickest that way. I'm going to go back and just give mushrooms and onions are good to go. Those are so looking amazing. Okay. Now I'm just going to add the cheese to this white sauce, this bechamel, my own sort of like yeah, my own cream sauce, the same way that you would start a gravy or anything. I've got that going there. Give that one more stir. Again, that was just butter, flour, mustard, black pepper, and then pink Himalayan sea salt. I forgot the pink Himalayan sea salt. So I just did that. And then I'm going to add cheddar cheese. So again, I've got a little bit of this like Mexican style that's left over. You can do whatever kind of flavors you want. I have done so many kinds of mac and cheese with so many different kinds of cheese. The world is your oyster, really and truly. Like, however, I'm here for all of the mac and cheeses, all of the cheese sauces, all of the mac and cheese. So this I'm going to do Mexican and sharp cheddar. Probably a little bit more than I needed to, but this is one of my favorite things. Okay. So this is going to get stirred around. I'm actually going to need to add a little bit more milk to thin this out, and then the noodles will go back in, and then this is it. This is absolutely it. Those mushrooms and onions. The potato skins will be done in 1 second. Let me set a timer on that. The roasted vegetables are for later anyway, so I don't even need to worry about those. The only other thing I'm going to do are slicing those green onions to go on top as a garnish, and that'll be it. So again, for this mac and cheese, now that I've got all this cheese in there, I'm going to turn it back on low just for a touch. And yeah, you can taste it now. That's going to be your cheese sauce. Oh yeah. Heck yeah. Maybe more black pepper. I'm going to add a little bit more mustard because I think that really added a lot, actually. Maybe I should have added more mustard to begin with. That tasted so good. Okay, so a little bit more dried mustard, shaky in there. Stir that around some more. I think it's going to need some more milk, too. That's okay. I added a good amount of cheese. And then I'm going to have to see. This might end up taking all of the noodles. I think that's what happened last time. We'll see. Vamos a ver. So once you have your cheese sauce to the consistency and the flavor that you want, then you can add your noodles. Yeah, this is a good amount of cheese sauce though for this. Check our potatoes. Looking very nice. I'm gonna go back to baking that. Had that at a 420, I think. Okay. So those will go back to roasting those potatoes and warming everything up. And then this is our noodle. I'm just going to start by adding a few at a time, adding in some spoonfuls and then mixing it in. Because like I said, I might want to save some of these. If it works, I might save some of these for that roasted vegetable macaroni salad. But I might end up needing all of them for this. And I think that might, it's looking like that could be the case. But vamos a ver. Okay. So this is about half that. And that was 1 pound of noodles that I cooked. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be all of it, I think. And that's okay. That is totally okay. Sí, me parece que sí. Necesitamos todos los fideos. Es que hay mucho queso, pero no tantos fideos, ¿no? So I'm just going to go ahead and keep adding these noodles. And this will be it. This is it. Yum. Okay. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that, got something out of that. Cooked some potato skins, some mac and cheese, or whatever sounds good for you, whatever you're making that you can, that's feeding your body, your soul, your heart, all of the things. Do that. Do that. Okay, I'm just going to dump the rest of the noodles. I think we're at that level now. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. And it's what we need. So get this working around, have those potatoes come out, and then do the green onions and top with green onions and sour cream. I hope you guys enjoy and have a great night. And if you listen to the podcast, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. Oh my gosh. Okay, I will show you this money shot of this mac and cheese because this stuff looks so good. Like so good. Actually, I'll show it. Let me show you all the way with the mushrooms. Once you put these mushrooms and onions, and you can do this with this zucchini, you can do this with anything. I've done this with so many things, but this tastes so good. So you take the mac and cheese, and then whatever mix-in you want. Like you could, people sell lobster mac and cheese. People sell all sorts of mac and cheese, but if you mix in whatever you want with it, do your flavor combination sauce, your mix-in. This again is the sauteed mushroom and onion, and I'm going to show you this money shot. Wow. Okay. The taste, the flavor profile is on point. You see that? Yeah. Yummy. Okay. Buen provecho. Thank you for joining me. Peace, love, and revolution. Love yourself, revolution. See you soon. Love you. Bye.